Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm actually taking you with me to a nail course that I made a few days ago. I actually did 3 full days, so it was a total of 12 hours. And basically I did this course because I wanted to learn how to make my own nails and my mom's nails. So I'm gonna be taking you with me during the duration of the 2 days. So for day one, I'm gonna be learning how to do like semi-gel, sort of like the permanent nail polish. And on the second day, I'm gonna be learning how to do soft jelly tips. So today we're actually right now learning how to remove the cuticle using the drill. And just so you have an idea, I literally have never cut my own nails. My mom or my grandma, they were the ones who cut my nails until I was like old enough to get my nails done. And after that, I used to go all the time to get my nails done. So like, even if I attempt to like cut my own nails or like just file them down, they would look absolutely horrendous. So I never actually learned how to do it properly, that it would look nice. Because I did it, but it looks so bad. So that's really the reason why I am taking this course. So I thought it was quite interesting. So as you can see now, I am just using the drill to remove my cuticle, and this is basically sort of like a Russian nails technique. So it was really nice. Um, so yeah, I start by pushing the cuticle down with a little cuticle pusher, and then I went with the drill. But I don't know about you, but I have really hard cuticles, so they recommend me to use a sort of like a cream, and it allows you to remove the cuticle easier. After that, I went in with this tool. I don't actually know what it's called, but it's basically to remove the cuticle. And as you can see, I have literally no idea what I was doing, but I did it anyways, and it didn't really look that bad. It was quite complicated because basically you have to like push into the skin and then remove it quite softly. But if you do it a little bit harsh, you can cut yourself. So it's not as easy as it might seem. That's how my cuticles were looking. I mean, it doesn't look perfect, but it doesn't look bad either. They just need a little bit of oil. Right, okay, so after we remove the cuticles, we actually have to clean the nails with alcohol. So as you can see, I am spraying a little bit of alcohol in my nails, and then I'm gonna be using that little pulper brush to remove any excess of like nail or like any other particles, just to make the nails 100% clean. After I cleaned my nails, I proceeded to file down my nails. So what she told me to do was I need to make sure that both sides are even and like straight. Once you're finished with the sides, then you're able to give yourself the shape that you wish. In this case, I was just following the shape that I already have on my nails. To remove any rough feeling from my nails, I use this spongy, and it actually has two sides. It has one side that is a little bit softer than the other one. So first I used the harder side, and then I went with the soft side, and then after I used the spongy, like my nail was feeling really nice and soft. The first product that I'm using is called a nail dehydrator. It is basically similar to a nail polish, but it's made to dehydrate your nails, because you can't have wet or damp nails, because otherwise you can get fungus on your nails. So you need to be really careful, and you always have to use the nail dehydrator. You need to also be careful, because if it touches your skin, it will hurt a lot, so it's not recommended. You need to be extra careful with all of these products. The second one is a primer for your nails, sort of like a makeup primer, but it's like a nail primer. Again, be careful when applying these products, because they are really harsh on the skin, and you actually don't want to feel that burn in your skin. The third product that we're using is called Protein Bond, and it's just to give your nails a little bit of extra help and extra love. So remember, it will be nail dehydrator, primer, and protein bond. Now that we have actually finished with the prep for the nails, we are going to be able now to jump into the first step of the whole design process, and that's going to be the top coat. So basically that's just sort of like a clear nail polish that is gonna, give shine to your nails. Here I'm just showing you another brand and another type of coat, but you can use that one, or you can use the one that I showed you previously. Remember that you always need to clean your nails for any extra residue of any, I don't know, base or nail color or anything like that. So now we just have to put the nails in the lamp to make sure they are completely dry. And here right now I was actually struggling to choose, because all the colors were so pretty, so I didn't know which one I actually wanted. So I ended up doing one hand one color and the other one a different color. on actually applying my own color, which I did knew how to do, so that wasn't a problem. But everything else I didn't actually knew that I have to do, or I didn't know how to do it. So I was actually proud of myself in that moment. But anyways, I am applying the first color. I choose the eye cut effect, sort of like a greenish and goldish at the same time, sort of like a dual chrome color. And here he was teaching me basically how to do the magnet and how to place it, like not too close to the nails but not too far away. And then once you make the shape, then you can't actually put the magnet back, otherwise the sparkles are gonna disappear. So that actually happened to me, and then I have to put like another coat because they are literally, they get dispersed, and then if you make like a line or like any shape, they will completely be gone. She was trying here to do a flower, but because of the color, it was really clear, so like we were not able to see the shape of the flower, so that was quite sad. But then I was practicing how to, put the magnet and everything, and at first I was failing, but then I actually managed to make a little shape, a little light in the middle, so that was quite cute. So here's the first color. I actually thought it was going to be a little bit darker. I don't know why, but well, whatever. It was just to practice anyways. I wasn't really happy about the color. I just thought it was going to be a little bit more on the darker side, but I think it was because of the base that I chose. But I think that was my fault. Anyways, after that, I went with the top coat that is going to completely seal the product, and it's going to make the nail, finish, um, not wet, because once, if you don't put the top coat, then your nail will still be wet because the base and the actual colors, they don't actually dry, so you need the top coat for it to actually dry. And then as you can see now, I think I didn't film it, but in the other hand I did a sort of like the same eye cut effect but completely gold. So after I finished with the top coat and everything, I put obviously the hand in the lab. Then we filed whatever needed to be filed, and now we're just cleaning the hand with a little bit of alcohol. And just to finally finish, we're gonna be giving our cuticles a little bit of hydration, and we're gonna be using a cuticle oil. Um, Normally in these circumstances, if you're going to be working as a nail technician, this is the time where you exfoliate the hands, you give a massage, you put a little bit of cream as well. But like I said, I'm doing this course for me and my mom, so I don't think I'm going to be doing that. But here's the final results. I hope you enjoyed this video and you find it useful. I actually love the course. Thank you for watching. Bye.